I'm going to continue with our talk. We started on Wednesday night. We started with, what was our first topic? No, RSV. Our second, flu. How many types of flu are there? Many, but how many did I discuss? 2. What and what? A and B. And last night we did what? COVID. Now, yesterday my sister was reminding me that on World News last night, they said 75,000 people are dying weekly from COVID right now. I didn't even realize the statistics were that high. So today, I decided to do a comparison. How to tell if you have COVID, flu, or RSV. Now, I told you the past 3 nights, but we're going to go over it today. So these respiratory illnesses, they make their rounds in winter. So it's important that you brush up on your knowledge of these illnesses. So what are the symptoms of COVID-19, flu, RSV, and more importantly, how can we tell them apart? So a few infectious disease doctors got together and did a compilation of these things. What are the symptoms of COVID-19? Fever and chills, cough, shortness of breath or difficulty breathing, fatigue, muscle or body aches, headache, new loss of taste or smell, sore throat, congestion or runny nose, nausea, and vomiting. Symptoms appear from 2 to 14 days after someone has been exposed. So sometimes even when you feel better, you could be spreading the virus. Now, flu symptoms come on suddenly. According to the American Lung Association, they can include sudden high fever, headaches, muscle aches, joint pain, cough that's usually dry, sore throat, nasal congestion, and runny nose, muscle, body aches and chills, fatigue, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. What are the symptoms of RSV? RSV symptoms usually show up between 4 and 6 days after someone has been infected, says the CDC. And the symptoms could include runny nose, decreased appetite, coughing, sneezing, fever, and wheezing. So if you notice, all 3 of these diseases, the symptoms are very similar and they can mask each other. So how do we tell if we have COVID, flu, or RSV? This is really tough. All 3 of the viruses, as I said, have overlapping or identical symptoms. So there's no reliable way to distinguish the viruses clinically, because the doctor cannot look at you and tell you have COVID, RSV, or flu. So the best thing to do is to do what? Get tested. Last night I told you that there is one test that is done, triple for flu, COVID, and RSV, and you get the results quite soon. If you go to the emergency room, urgent centers are not doing the RSV. It's too expensive. If you have a known exposure to someone and they have a diagnosis, like a young child who was diagnosed with RSV, and you develop symptoms, it is safe to assume that you could have it. So the way the illness starts can also provide a clue. Flu is known for coming on hard and fast. For example, if you suddenly develop symptoms and it feels like it came out of nowhere, it could be the flu. But at the end of the day, testing is the key. However, I will tell you, getting vaccinated is also good. All 3 respiratory illnesses have vaccinations. When it comes to addressing the symptoms, all 3 of these viruses have similar symptoms. But here is what we can do. We can get rest. We can wash our hands. If we touch our noses or our face, or try not to, you wash your hands, you clean the space, wear your mask, and if you're sick, you stay home or stay away from others who are sick. I hope that for the past 3 days and today, you have learned enough to help you guide you through the winter. Increase your your vitamin C. Make sure your vitamins are up to date. Eat properly, fruits and vegetables. Lots of rest, drink lots of water. Flush out your body. Get some exercise. If you have to walk outside, take your mask on and breathe some fresh air. The Health and Temperance Department, Sister Sheila Antoine as our leader, has purchased masks. And what I like about these is that they are individually wrapped. And if you have something coming up and you have to have a color, you can get a color to match any dress that you have or any suit or shirt that you have. Now, let me tell you, it's not 40 for each person. We're just going to give 1 or 2 for today for you. So if you're wearing pink shirt tomorrow, you want to get a pink mask, we have it for you. We want to thank Sister Sheila for accommodating with us, and at the end of service, we'll be handing them out to you. Little knowledge is very important. It could save your life.